183. Sure. Yeah, we can do that real quick. 183, number 9. I did have more missings on number 9, I think because it looks weird. But we shall see. Page 183. Number 9.
2 by 1 and 1 by 2.
I don't know what I did wrong.
I got it too. I just don't know what I got wrong.
Is what I did books?
Wait, what? Oh, it's a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 1. I don't know what I was thinking. 7. Okay, 7.
Okay, so what is this? What size is it? A 2 by 2, and then we're timesing by a what? 2 by 1. Okay, so what has to be true for it to be possible to multiply them?
Those 2.
The rows of the column.
So the inside ones have to match. How big of a matrix are we expecting? A 2 by 1. That's the outside ones, right? Okay, so we multiply row by column, right? Yeah. Okay, so row by column. So 2 times 6 is what? 12. And are we adding or subtracting? Adding.
Wait, but you're subtracting in the end. It's the 8 and it's 7.
Yeah, but we're adding. Is it because when we do determinants, sometimes you're adding and sometimes you're subtracting. So think about it correctly and you won't make weird mistakes later.
Plus, minus, that's what you're going to say, aren't you?
Think about it correctly and you won't make weird mistakes later, is what I'm going to say. So we're adding, and then 8 times negative 7 is what? 56. Okay, and then we do the next row by column.
I just copied math and
Okay. So 3 times 6 is what? 18. And then plus, and then negative 1 times negative 7 is what? 7. Okay. So now what happens?
We add them and then boom. Answer.
what number is next to the 5 and the 15?
That's it.
25. Yeah, and you make sure and write down the negative.
Yeah.
How annoyed were you with that? I chuckled a little when I saw that. She's going to be irritated. All right, so today's homework. Here we go.
Yippee.
Skippy. Okay. All right, what numbers did we do? 26 through? No, probably 2 through. Yeah.
26 to 28, yes.
Well, if we would have done that, it would have been 26 to 48 if I would have chosen that section, but I did not. Number 2 is negative 12. Number 4 is 0. Number 6 is negative 80.
Ha! I beat you.
Wow. Number 8 is 302. Number 10 is 139. Number 12 is 562. 14 is negative 2, 5. 16 is negative 8, negative 3. 18 is negative 3, negative 5, 4. 20 is negative 3, 7, 2. 22 is 6, 3, negative 4. And 24 is 5, 2, negative 1. We're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and make sure you get the answers for 3, 8, and then we'll go back and take questions for 3, 7.
You said 22, 24 was 5, negative 2, negative
5, 2, negative 1.
Okay.
Okay. So on 3, 8 from page 202, what numbers did we do there? 2 through 34. Okay. Number 2 is no. 4 is no. 6 is a 2 by 2 matrix. 0, negative 1/3, negative 1/4, negative 1/6. 8 does not exist. Danny. 10 is 4, negative 3. 12 is 12 quarters and 17 dimes. 14 is no. 16 is no. 18 is a 2 by 2 matrix, negative 2, 3/5, 3/5, negative 2/5. 20 is a 2 by 2 matrix, 1/7, negative 1/7, negative 6/7, negative 1/7. 22 is also 2 by 2 matrix, negative 2, negative 9/4, negative 1, negative 5/4. 24 is a 2 by 2 matrix, negative 4/9, negative 1/9, 7/18, and negative 2/9. 26, 6 milliliters of red food coloring and 19 milliliters of blue food coloring. 28 is negative 3, 0. 30 is 3/4, 3/4. Excuse me. 32 is 1.50. Yes, you could write as a fraction. That would be fine. Even an improper fraction would be fine. Number 34 is negative 30, negative 8. So, what questions do we have from 3-7, page 194?
What were the answers to 8, 12, and 10?
8 is 302, 12 is 562, and 10, randomly out of order for whatever reason, is 139.
Because I wrote it down wrong.
Okay,
And I know what I did with the one that 20.
good. So, what substantive questions do we have?
I actually got all the ones I did correct.
Nice.
Good job.
We could do 14. I'd be happy to do 14. 14. Use Cramer's rule to solve this matrix.
I like Cramer's rule.
Me too. X plus 6y equals 20 and negative 3x minus 7y equals negative 29. All right, so solve using Cramer's rule. What should we do? So I need more words than that, but yes.
It's going to be the 5, 6, negative 3, and 7.
True enough.
And then you got to rotate it and get 3 different ones.
You got to E, Y, and X.
And then times the negative 5, 3, 28.
All right, how do we find that determinant?
Times 5 times 7, and then 7 times 3 times 6.
Now what do we do with those?
And then
Subtract.
Subtract them, right? So 5 times negative 7 is what?
Negative 35.
Then minus negative 3 times 6 is what? Negative 18.
Negative is not positive.
So ka-chink, ka-chink.
Yeah, but you got to say it the right way.
Listen, girly. Listen. I promise you will make accidental mistakes if you keep thinking about it that way and try, because what you're doing is you're skipping steps. And you'll get to the test and you'll be like, wait a minute, is this supposed to be plus or minus or whatever else? I promise you will. I mean, if you want to try to prove me wrong, go for it. But I promise. So negative 35 plus 18 is what?
Negative 17.
Negative 17. Now what do we do?
You solve for dx.
Mm-hmm.
So you do 20, negative 29, 6, and negative 7.
That's why.
You kind of said it in the wrong order, but you said it in the order that I would have said it. Because this matrix will be read 26, negative 29, negative. But you were right. Yeah, we replace the X column. It matters. It has to be this way, right? We place the X column with that, right? So now what do we do?
Now you
Okay, so 20 times negative 7 is what?
Negative 140. No, wrong number. Negative 140.
You said the same thing twice.
I was going to say negative 145, but then I realized I was looking at the wrong one, so I went down.
And then minus negative 29 times 6 is what?
Negative
I see where I went astray.
Did you add them instead?
No, I mixed up dx with
Ah, gotcha. Well, you should have got the right answers, but backwards if you did that, right? Maybe, question mark. So negative 140 plus 74 is what?
80, no,
34.
34. Now what do we do for dy?
5, negative 320, negative.
Replace the y column.
Yes.
Great. So what's 5 times negative 29?
Negative 145.
There you go. Minus, and then negative 3 times 20 is what? Ka-chink, ka-chink. Negative 145 plus 60 is what? Now what?
Now you put those ones on top of the negative 17 in fraction.
Mm-hmm.
Did you forget your negatives? What? It's like something just.
What's 3/4 divided by negative 17? I mean 34 divided by negative 17. I don't know what I said.
3/4.
Are they both supposed to be negative?
Negative.
Both 17s?
Yes. Thank you.
Is that 5?
5. Yeah.
How'd you do that? You did a bunch of stuff wrong and got the right answer.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. 8? Sure.
Yeah, Cramer's rule is good.
Cramer's
Yeah,
rule is
I like Cramer's rule.
It does make life.
How did I get these answers?
Took the wrong steps, forgot your negative.
I was here at a point, and then we got there.
Somehow
How much did you
got
get
the
there?
right answer. Is that 80? Is that 188?
I don't know where I weighted this. Okay.
We had 188 divided by 17 and somehow got negative 2.
I don't know. I have the right answer. Why?
You have to have it in coordinates, actually. That comes backwards.
Maybe I'll wrote it in later? No, I can do it with anything else. I don't. Maybe I did that. Yeah, I think I did.
All right, we're supposed to find the determinant of a 3x3 matrix. What do we do?
Like two
We had the first two
on the other side.
Yeah.
What number are we? 18? 8, 5?
You have a book.
Why does it have only an 8 in there?
And ears, both. Facts.
I don't know if she
I don't know if you do either.
I don't.
I don't. I already know I don't. Okay, so what should we do? Yeah.
Oh, long process.
Well, at least I don't teach you two methods like they're learning at Talkington. I don't teach you submatrices.
Don't want to know.
It's a totally different way to find determinants. And it's more annoying.
What if we liked it more?
And
We tried this.
actually, they're not teaching two methods. They're only teaching that method. But I taught what's her face, Abigail, this method. And she's like, I like that so much better. You think? So maybe her teacher won't fire her. Okay, so negative 5 times negative 4 times 4 is what?
Positive 100.
4 times
Oh, no, wait,
I have
sorry.
20.
I put the wrong number.
120.
4 times 20 is 80.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have
Wrong number in my
Now, are we adding or subtracting?
Wait, it's not.
Adding. So negative 3 times negative 3 times 8. So 9 times 8, positive 72. Are we adding or subtracting? Adding.
That should be easy.
So 4 times negative 2 times negative 2. So 4 times 4 is 16. Now what are we going to do?
Subtract.
Yeah, we're going to do the up diagonals. The updos.
It's minus plus. Plus minus. Yeah.
What?
It's gonna be minus.
Minus, and then 8 times 4 times 4, so 8 times 16.
120. Negative.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one I messed up.
This is the one that you didn't do your adding and subtracting.
I mixed up the order on it, and so everything got
Let me see.
Then negative 2 times negative 3 times negative 5 is going to be negative something. Negative 6 times 5 is negative 30. And then minus, and then 4 times negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 24.
Oh, it's so sad when you see positives because you know it's gonna be negative.
Ka-chink, ka-chink, the places we need to. 80 plus 72 is 152. 16 plus 128 is 130, 140.
Can you just add them all together?
No, please don't.
But I did and did it right.
Great, you lucked into not accidentally pushing the wrong buttons. But if you do that, see, here's the thing about doing that, ladies and gentlemen. If you do that and you get it wrong, who the heck knows where you got it wrong? You probably just pushed minus instead of plus in your calculator, but how are you or I ever going to know that?
Because we
What's 16 plus 128? 168. 138 plus 100 plus 6. There's no way that's right.
So it's 80 plus 72, 142 plus 16, which is 168.
Plus 12.
Why are you adding it like that? Can't you add it in groups of 2? Like add 2, add 2, add 2, add the 3.
That's what I would do.
It's
Yes.
296.
No, 6.
It's 144.
What?
I know. You're right. You've been right, and so have I for a long time. Listen to the questions I'm asking, and answer the questions I'm asking, not the questions you think you want me to ask. 144. What?
I only put 31.
Let's see. That would be this one. So negative times negative times negative is a negative. Okay. 30 minus 24 is what? 6. You don't have to sound so depressed about it. And then I bet we can do all the rest of it, right? So 296 plus 6.
302.
Sounds like 302. And then you would sanity check with the buttons, and then you'd circle it, right? And just to be clear, like I'm not just being glib, right? That's exactly what I would do if I were you on a test. I would do this in your head and be like, oh yeah, that should be this, and then sanity check with the buttons, and then circle it and move on. Or you could even, well, it's hard to check these other than like just manually checking everything. You can't just plug something back in.
How do you
Why is that flash? There's nothing, you can't do that on this one is what I was saying. Why is that flashing? That's weird.
Can we do question 22 next?
Because it's about to explode.
That's weird.
We're about to die.
Maybe.
Can we do question 22 next?
Probably.
Yay.
So many steps for that. I know.
22.
Still easier than the other way to do it.
Wait, x is 1.
Oh yeah.
So much easier than the other way of multiplying matrices.
Well, this isn't multiply matrices. This is finding the determinant.
I mean, like for
Those are
the-
two totally different things.
For the whatever it's called for
Well,
the
this is
elimination,
not hard,
but
it's
not
just simple
elimination.
math. A
It
lot of
just
math.
takes
So is
a lot.
multiplying matrices.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's just a lot
Like,
of
you know,
simple
for
math.
having the 3 things,
Just a lot.
It's just a
this
lot of
is an
steps.
easier way to do it than elimination. For the 3 things that I don't remember what they're called.
This is an easier way to solve a 3x3 matrix. I agree. Is that what you're basically trying to say?
No, like the x, y, z equals whatever. And we used elimination last time.
Yeah.
This time we're using matrix.
Yeah, we're solving a 3x3 matrix, and we're doing it with Cramer's rule.
Okay,
Right.
Well, it's easier.
I think that is what you're trying to say. You just don't realize you're trying to say it. That seems like what's going on right now.
This is a 2 by 2.
Nope, it's not.
What? 22?
There's X, Y, and Z.
Why?
22.
But only one.
1, 2, 2, X, 1,
Y, Z,
X, Y, Z.
is one of them just not? Is the 0?
One
It's
of
a
them is
0.
zero.
Now, yeah. Durr.
What was that? Yeah.
She
I don't know what that
was,
was.
she was processing. Don't touch her process.
Don't judge the process of thinking. Doesn't work very well.
It does. You just choose to do yours out loud. And so you sound more like a crazy person, but we all have the same sort of nonsense processing. Most of us just do it in our heads.
Some people don't have inner dialogue
But-
people in their head.
Here's the deal, though. Everybody sounds just as crazy as you did just now.
Yes.
We just can't always hear it. This is pretty much true.
Okay, so like, but some people don't have voices in their heads talking to them.
People don't have that?
Yeah, they do.
They don't have inner dialogue. Inner
Yeah, if they have a problem.
well,
If
they
they're
think
like-
with,
If they're neurodivergent in that particular way, then yes.
they think
But we don't make general rules based on the abnormalities. We make them on the normalities. That doesn't mean we shouldn't be aware of the abnormalities, but you don't make the rule based on that. That's stupid.
Okay, I think I got
If most people were boys, then it would be stupid to make things for girls, other than a
No,
few
I'm saying
things.
most people-
That's why most scissors are for right-handed people, because most people are right-handed.
You find
Okay, so what should we do?
You get the 3 numbers of 6, actually 9. You get the 9. It's 0, 3, 4, 1, 6.
Lies. You made a mistake.
What?
-4.
Oh, no, you're right. I didn't make a mistake.
I don't know if you wrote down the mistake as well, but what you said was mistaken. All right, and then we 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 6. Right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Whoosh, whoosh.
0.
Makes me so happy drawing lines with them.
3 plus
0.
-8
Oh, 0 is the next one.
plus 0
But then we could
minus
the next one is 0.
oh, excuse me, 0
Minus 0.
Minus 0.
minus -24.
Minus
No. Yes. Minus 0.
Here. Yay. Okay.
We like all these zeros.
We do.
We do.
-5 plus 24.
29. Right?
-5 plus 24 is 19.
I was adding.
I know. I noticed. And then we replace that column for the dx one.
So much easier with us.
It is. Like it's like really simple math. It just takes a while,
And
but
then
it takes less thinking.
2, 3, 6, 0,
Could you put the
-4.
5, 20, where's- Could you put the 12, 25, and 20 at the end, or does it have to be at the beginning?
It's just
So we are, for the dx, we are replacing the x column. And yes, it has to be the x column. And the dy would be replacing the y column, and the dz would be replacing the z column. It does matter, yes.
This is for D of
Sub.
Oh, the big numbers are gonna be.
Not d of
7.
sub, just d
D
sub.
sub. Okay, D sub is X. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so 12 times 3 times 1 sounds like 36 to me. 2 times -4 times 20 is negative something. -8 times 20, so -160.
Wait, what? 240. I got
8 times 2 is 16.
I got -160.
-160 sounds reasonable. I don't know. Why did you? I think we're trying to figure out where you went wrong on this one.
I just got.
And then plus,
going
yes.
fast, so I'm writing.
Yeah, that's probably right. Probably accurate.
Plus zero. Zeros are so nice. I love you, zeros.
What world is a donut?
And then minus 0. And then minus negative 24 times 12.
288.
What?
288.
Yes, 200.
Sounds right.
Sounds right. What if we just fool you and pretend like it's true?
Yeah, what if we just all
Depends on how bad you are at it.
Minus 75.
What if the whole gas
How about 50?
works together to gasoline into thinking like 5 plus 5?
I wrote a 2 there, 3 there because I wrote a 3. Okay, yeah.
One time I spent like
Then we ka-chink this stuff.
got ChatGPT.
What's the 36 minus 160?
One time I
Negative
successfully-
124. Yeah.
I
Who
successfully
cares?
got ChatGPT.
288 minus 50, 238. So it's positive 114.
114.
Yes.
Okay. The dy.
So many.
Yeah, we're not even done.
I know.
So 1, 0, 1, 12, 25, 20, and then
About the same amount of work as
0.
The elimination is just easier.
It just makes for less errors.
Look how many zeros we have. That's quite nice.
Yes, that's true. All right. So 1 times 25 is still just 25, right?
Yep.
And then plus,
Wait. Sean,
I'm listening.
why is the matrix the way it is? Like, why is shouldn't it be if we're doing v of y shouldn't it be like the z column and then the answer and then the x column? Shouldn't it be 0 for 1, 0, negative 4, 1? And
We don't reorder it. We just replace the column. So we just, for the d sub y, we just replace the y column with the result. The other columns stay the same.
Okay. Okay, I did. Okay.
We figured out where the confusion laid.
Apparently,
I don't know where that came from, but it came from somewhere.
I've gotten so many answers
Banish
right.
it!
I've gotten so many answers right.
I don't know, some sort of strange magic. You and Liz doing strange magic and still getting the same answers right.
Huh.
Okay. So minus 0, minus
Negative 80.
-80, true facts, minus another 0.
It equals.
No,
I know, I just broke it. Oh
Liz is breaking your chair.
no! I broke the pencil.
Oh.
Is wait.
So 32 plus 25 is 57. Sound accurate? Did I do something wrong? Y'all double check.
That's
Yes.
right. That's what
Yes, I did something wrong. What did I do wrong?
Times negative 4 times 1 is not 80.
I did it while he was talking.
Maybe it's just in house and you learn.
That's a blue one, buddy.
You probably.
20 times negative 4 times 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, 12 times. Oh.
12 times negative 4 times 1 is right here.
Oh.
Sound like this.
Why do you do it backwards?
No, stop, go back, roll back the tape. I always do the down diagonal, the positive, and then the negative ones.
Okay, and then
So stop, go back, roll the tape, fix whatever's, because whatever's a little bit clunky in your head is going to cause you to make errors later. So let's fix whatever. So do the down diagonals, which are the adding and then the subtracting. Yeah, do it that order, always and forever. Okay.
we have one more to do.
Nobody's even commented on my cup. It's sad. It's fine. Y'all are too busy with math.
It's language cup?
No, well, it does have languages, but it's what's written on it that makes it funny. Okay.
I can't read it.
dy, c sub y.
Z actually, but yes.
Z. Oh, crap.
What's nice is we don't have to times everything by 12, 25, and 20 again.
Yeah, we do.
Well, once.
Same as the rest. What do you
No,
say?
like, it looks, you don't have to write the same numbers again. You only have to write.
Oh, on the like repeated. I
Yeah.
follow you now. I got you. Yeah. I see.
You have to write it once instead of twice.
I see what you're saying. Yes. All right.
Six.
So 1 times 3 times 20 is 6D, right? Is that what you meant?
Oh, it's 20. I read it.
And then 2 times 25 times 1 is 50. And then 12 is 0. Great. We like that. And then 1 times 3 times 12 is 36. So minus 36. And then minus 6 times 25 times 1 is 120 plus 30, so 150. I guess that would have been easier to think about in quarters, but that's fine. Minus a 0. Great. 60 plus 50 was 110. Negative 36 plus negative 150 is negative 186. So this one is negative 76. Does it sound right? Did we make a mistake?
Sounds good.
Okay. Now what?
Now we do the.
Yeah. So our final answer is going to be 114 over 19 and 57 over 19 and negative 76 over 19. What's 114 divided by 19? I don't know either. Grab a calculator.
Can you add a
You
space?
stole my calculator.
6.
And then 57 divided by 19. Almost certainly 3. Negative something. 76 divided by 19 is what? Negative 4. I say this all the time, both in person and on videos, and now on future videos. And I like to stress this kind of stuff because really, it will help you make less mistakes and help you do better. If you will do like what I just did, like, okay, don't even punch negative 76 divided by 19. Just be like, oh, it's gonna be negative. Do the negative rules in here because it'll make you slow down and make sure you understand what you expect. And then you won't, because your calculator is stupid. It doesn't know what you want, right? Let's take questions on the next lesson. And then if we need to come back or do whatever else. Are there any questions on 3.8? Page 202.
That one was fairly easy. Well,
Compared to this
compared to the one.
Let's do one of them.
Yeah.
So you didn't do your homework this time, huh? Is that what you're saying? Does anybody have any actual questions before we,
Just
cheat for Izzy
and Lizzie.
and Lizzie? Izzy and Lizzie.
Hey, I did my homework.
Lizzie, what's the rhyme about Lizzie Borden?
I don't know.
Lizzie Borden, something about 40 wax,
Izzy Wizzy.
something. Y'all never heard that?
Nope.
No.
I'll look it up later, maybe. Probably won't remember, but miracles can happen. So do we have any questions on page 202?
Number.
Stop it. Go back. Does anybody else have any questions?
10. Sounds like
Anybody else?
Liz, ask a question.
I'm 18.
No, stop it. Go back. Okay, now we can do what y'all are wanting to cry about. What are you crying about?
Let's do number 10 and
I want
18.
Number 10. We're going to use a matrix equation, aka inverses, to solve.
Yeah, let me look at my notes too. That might help.
Yeah, imagine that.
Let me look around.
Solve 4x. You are going to have to, on this test, to get 100 on the test, be able to solve a matrix using all three major methods.
I don't like that answer.
Okay.
That's elimination,
Now,
Cramer's, and this one, right?
I said 4. Elimination, substitution, Cramer's rule, and inverses.
I'm going to have to
Just-
prove
you
it.
definitely said
Yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely said 3, Sean.
I definitely said 4.
Well, it's 8.
You didn't say
So we can roll back the tape, and I will show you that that is not true. All 4 made their words. That time I didn't say anything. Okay, 6x plus 9y.
We have proof.
No, you don't.
We did.
It's in the camera. He's gonna cut the video.
Y'all think I have enough time to waste on that crap? No. Okay, so we're supposed to use a matrix equation to solve this thing. So what's that mean? What's a matrix equation?
It's the numbers.
Oh yeah, you start them and do the negatives and divide it by the. Yeah, I remember. It's all coming back.
Barely means.
So there's the matrix equation. Now we got to use that to solve.
Yes.
Oh,
We find the inverse of 4, negative 2, 6, and 9.
Yeah. Yeah, so we do find the inverse of this thing. So how do we do that?
We find
Switch
the,
the A and
the-
B and switch the signs of
what is
C
it
and
called?
B.
What is it called again?
The W.
The identity crisis.
Determinant.
Determinant.
1 over the determinant, right?
1 over. Wait,
What's
wait,
4
Wait,
times?
switch this. Wait, no, I was like, there. I was like, wait, what?
What's 4 times 9?
36.
36 minus 6 times negative 2.
12.
Lies.
Why do you even switch the signs if you're just going to times them?
So that you don't mess up.
What are you talking about, girlie?
Because you.
So you need it later.
I don't understand what you're saying.
She doesn't.
That's 2 different pieces. Like it's 2 different things. You have to switch the side. Like you want the determinant of the original.
Why do you
But
put
this is
signs
the.
on the top if you're just going to times the 9 times the 4?
You're not.
But you did.
But that's not all you're doing.
No. This right here is the determinant of this. It's actually 1 over the determinant, right? So to find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, we multiply and then subtract this multiplied, right? And so that's what this is. So it's 2 separate things. Make sense?
Yes.
Good.
It's 1 over
Okay.
48.
1 over 48.
And then you distribute.
Yes, we do. So that would be 9 over 48. Does that reduce any?
I think it does.
48 into 9.
3/16.
3 6. Yeah.
3/16.
You sound so proud of him for knowing that.
And 2 48ths, that one easily reduces to 1/24. And then negative 6 48ths, I bet you that reduces. What does that reduce to?
Negative 1.
Negative 1/8. And then 4 48ths also easily reduces to 1/12. So there's the inverse of this thing.
Fractions.
And then you multiply it by the 22, 3.
Which one has to go in front?
The inverse has to go.
Yeah, it does. Because a 2 by 2 until times a 2 by 1. We can't do a 2 by 1 times a 2 by 2, right?
Literally impossible.
Okay. So,
Now you do the math.
the what thing?
The math.
Yeah, what kind of math thing?
Multiply
Yeah.
the top 2 on the middle matrix to the 2 on the right.
Top two
On the right,
different
just
Just multiply matrices.
I made that sound really wrong, but it was right.
I followed everything you said, and you were actually right.
Yes.
You weren't even speaking gibberish. Okay, so 3/16 times 22.
66 16.
That
I
sounds
think you should probably reduce, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
38.
Isn't that a lot easier than whatever nonsense y'all said?
I reduce once I see it. I can't reduce until it's on the paper.
Well, that makes sense. That's reasonable. 33 eighths plus 1/24 times -3.
It's negative 1/8.
-1/8.
And that's 32 eighths.
Well, that's true, but hold on. Hold your horses. Okay, me neither. They're too expensive. Although it's funny because horses are too expensive, but my brain this morning is like, I really, really want a green wing macaw. And so, if price is the only issue, then, I probably better slow my roll.
11 and 4.
The amount of space required, even though it's still large, is not as big as a horse, though. So I still, things. -1/8 times 22 is what? Negative what?
Why that first?
4.
11 fourths. True facts. Good job. -11 fourths.
There was a bird at the
1/4. Negative
Plus -1/4. I agree. So,
the brackets.
4 and -3.
4.
With his math.
With my
Oh
math.
yeah, you add.
Wow, that's the answer I got.
All right.
Wow, that's not the answer.
There it is.
What? So like you got an answer.
Why do I have to know all these different ways to solve it when one of them just solves it perfectly?
Because they're useful in different contexts and whatever else. So the thing about inverses is they're useful for other scenarios as well. And so this is a great way to sneak inverses in and give you another method. So that's kind of the.
Scenarios or other math scenarios?
What do you think, genius?
26.
2.
26.
Let's do
26.
Yes, ma'am. Inverses.
I'm good with 26.
26.
3 more.
Yeah.
Or 3 in total.
4 in total. I did not. Roll back the tape. The funny thing is Nathan's going to do that. He's going to go home late when I say, today's video, the first thing he's going to do is going to open that video and scroll the thing. You said 3 at timestamp, blah, blah, blah. That is going to happen. But, it'll be fine.
Teacher
All right.
promotes misinformation.
That's actually really funny, right? In almost November on an election
I
year.
just looked up
Question
the book
26.
to finally read it. Why do you have a mom cup?
Because it's funny.
It's a lady.
I was gonna grab the little cream and gold one, but then I'm like, no, this is better. So I got this.
Yes.
Question 26.
Mom.
Okay, 26. Peggy is preparing a colored frosting for a cake.
Dang it, Peggy.
I think the word a doesn't belong in that sentence, but whatevs.
Oh my gosh, she really cares about the color of this cake.
Color frost.
It probably is technically like legal in grammar. Like it probably does work. I just think it's
Sounds
bad writing. I think taking the word a out. That's what Grammarly always screams at me about. You have too many words in your sentence. Shut up, Grammarly. Nobody cares about you. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
You could do better. Oh, I'm not going to tell you how unless you pay me.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what Grammarly says.
47.
Look at this problem. That's so wrong.
47.
Peggy is preparing a colored frosting for a cake. For the right shade of purple, she needs 25 milliliters, of a 44% food coloring. The store has a 25% red, somebody that wants to match something exactly. So like high-end cake shops that are trying to make SpongeBob the exact right shade of yellow.
They
But
probably
like,
don't even
just
care this much,
guesstimate
though.
your color theory. It's fine.
You could, and it depends on how accurate it needs to be. Anyway, the store has 25% red and a 50% blue concentration food coloring. How many milliliters of each blue food coloring and red food coloring should be mixed to make the necessary amount of food coloring? So we've got to make a system and then solve the system, right? So we have two variables, which means we need two equations. So how should we write them?
No.
Oh my.
Just on the problem, and then hope that you get the rest of them right, so you still don't fail.
That's stupid. Red food coloring
First one.
plus purple food coloring equals how much?
Purple.
Red plus
Oh, just kidding.
purple
Red plus blue,
equals,
thank you, equals how much?
Oh,
Equals 25.
Purple.
Yeah, 25 milliliters.
where'd you get 25?
That's what I was.
Because it's, if y'all would quit asking stupid questions and read the words on the page, you wouldn't ask dumb questions.
It says she has 25 milliliters of purple. No.
She needs, okay, there you go. Good question now. We morphed more silly question from the corners to a good question. So yeah, she wants a total of 25 milliliters of purple, but she's gonna mix red and blue to get the purple. That's, yeah, there we go. Okay, great. So there's one equation. That's not enough.
Red and blue actually are the best colors to mix together.
She's dumb.
Yes, they are.
How do you?
Yes, they
what
are.
other colors
Yes,
are
they
based on?
are. Yes, they are. Now, what red and what purple, that may be a different thing.
I didn't mention that they're different.
So that depends on what medium you're using.
Well, it works with paint, so I'm assuming it's
Well,
icing.
it depends what medium you're using.
Well, icing is just food paint, so.
No, well, okay, so are you talking about acrylic paint? Because that'd be the closest thing to like food coloring.
Yes.
Okay, so then you might have a leg to stand on, but it depends. Color theory is cool. I love color theory. One of my favorite topics. I think that'd be a fun Grace class. I should do a color theory Grace class. Believe it or not, you could teach an entire Grace class on color theory. That would be fun.
What's color theory?
Okay, anyways, we need another equation. So what is my other equation going to look like?
Wouldn't it look something
Something
like
about the percentiles?
Something about the percentiles.
0.25
Percentiles
R
is a funny
times R and 0.5 times B?
Last time we did one of these, we
This looks like
struggled.
one of my SATs. That I most definitely got wrong. Except they added even more words. So it was like a bunch of reading and you only need like 2 of them. No!
I know what I would do first to solve this.
Multiply by 100.
Yeah, that's what I would do first.
I
I agree.
to get them not percent or decimals. How'd you get that?
Oh, this makes more sense now.
I think that's a reasonable place to start this problem.
So why is that?
Well, 100 times 0.25 is what?
No,
Point.
but how does it work in the matrix?
What do you
In the
mean?
matrix.
How do you
I just skipped the step of rewriting this as 25R plus 50B plus 44 and went straight to writing it into the matrix equation.
Yeah, but how does that?
Same as it did on the last problem, right?
Well, yeah, but like, matrix looks fake.
Matrix looks fake.
Matrices-
We just keep getting
matrices
movie
look like
references.
they can't be used
But they
in
can.
real context.
But they can.
Real context.
Okay.
And you switch the sign.
What is real even? We do need to find the inverse, which is what you're getting at. Yes, I agree with that.
Red colored with no question.
it's
Wait, do you think you were using these red and blue food colorings to make the red and blue pill?
-25.
That's the question.
It's from the film The Matrix. That's what he's quoting.
I don't think she's ever been.
I've heard of
I'm badly quoting, actually. It's
You're alluding to might be a better word than
Yeah.
than quoting.
5.
because I wasn't even trying to quote it because I don't remember any movie quotes ever.
I mean, I know what the Matrix is, like the theme of it. It's fun.
Does that seem right to everybody?
Wait, hold on. It's
Yeah.
that's 50 times.
Oh, that's not 1/2. I don't know why I was thinking 1/2.
It's the negative.
It seems totally right if I was like doing the math right. This should be 1/25, not 1/2. So how about this is 2
Yeah, 2.
and negative 1/25 and negative 1 and 1/25. That's more reasonable.
No, it's not reasonable.
It's still.
Shut up, you're making me cry. Okay.
Good.
That sounds like it's from.
Cry.
It does sound like it's from a movie.
Okay. The movie of Malcolm's life.
What?
Wait. What did you say?
Yeah, what are you saying, Sean?
Everything and nothing.
Well, that just got real serious.
Real serious, bruh. All right, so we got red, blue, buckle my shoe, bitty, minus, plus negative. Let's see if she was gonna react. She didn't. You let me down.
Plus, yeah.
I get a problem with it.
And then negative 25 plus 44 25ths.
And then you add those together and you get the answer.
Yeah, and then you get the answer.
I did
But
that, but it looked
that can't be.
really
But that can't be right.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna end up with negative blue. So that can't be right. That can't be right at all.
I did that.
You
and
led
I got
us
that.
astray again. I said this last time we did one of these problems went bad.
You did say
Other
that,
word
but then you
problem.
didn't offer anything constructive to help.
I don't know.
You were just crying about problems.
The other word problem was fine, but
How did, well, you just had to relook at it and you solved it eventually. I really wrote all that out for nothing.
No, you practiced solving that one with inverses. That was not for nothing.
We got practice, guys.
So,
why is it wrong?
Well, the first equation's definitely right? The first equation's easy money.
Yeah.
25% red. 44% concentration food coloring. I don't know, I'd have to go back to chemistry, look at moles and crap.
what does this have to do with moles?
That's literally the type of problem this is. This is a constant. That's what molarity is concentration.
Well, yeah,
This is literally literally a molarity problem, but written different.
but yeah, I know
Written like
that,
a-
but why do we have to know that to do algebra?
This is a irritable, screaming sort of day. So caution, cuidado.
Be careful what you say.
I'm not actually angry, but this is an irritable, screamy sort of day. This is not an angry, this is not a grumpy day, but this is an irritable, screamy day. So,
Yes.
So be afraid.
Well, yeah, but I
Magic.
don't understand what happening is happening. I'm not just being annoying and whining, I just don't know what's happening.
oh yeah, me neither, that's fine. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Be aware.
But it's time for y'all to leave, so, go away.
Okay.
Don't forget to study for your test.
Okay.
No, we only have one day to
No.
study.
You said we have to know how to use all
We should
four.
do the test on Tuesday.
If you want 100%.
We
I
should-
do, if you don't use the right method, you can still get most of the points for a problem. You just won't get all of them.
You just gotta know every single one.
Okay.
Now, the 3x3 one that you have to do on the test, you can do whatever the heck method you want. I recommend Cramer's rule, but you know, whatever.
Cramer's?
Oh, so we're not gonna have to do 3x3s with eliminations?
No.
Can you do inverse?
I did say that like we were doing